Hello and welcome to Patched. I'm your host, Paul James, Dame Jordan, Matto Phillips. How's things, mate?
I'm sore.
Paxed
Very
up.
sore.
All paxed up. You
I'm
feel
packed.
good?
I'm absolutely packed.
No Pax Pox, though, which is good. Didn't bring that back with you so far.
Again.
Yeah, I was going to say, you hear about it all the time. I haven't really come down with a Pax bug before.
Pax Pox is for the weak.
Yeah. Pax harder and you'll be fine.
Pax harder. Beer is the solution to you.
Well, that kills a lot of these sorts of things.
Avoid your Pax Pox.
Alcoholism works. So this episode, we're just off the back of PAX Australia, and we thought we'd just kind of discuss kind of the things we got up to. Now, somehow, we were discussing it just kind of pre-show, somehow you and I never crossed paths the entire weekend, which means that I have absolutely no idea what you did or what you got up to. So I'm keen to hear about it.
The funny thing is, yes, I crossed paths with Barjo about 6 times, which is 6 poor times more than I saw you.
Yeah. Now, admittedly, I was probably more scarce this PAX than I have been in the past, but like, I was still there a fair bit, so I don't know. And I feel like I saw almost everyone else except you.
Except me. Imagine, how's that work?
I don't know. Anyway,
I mean, I did go to a panel that you're meant to attend.
Well, yeah, the panel that I was meant to be on.
Yes, there is a... Yes, well, to start off with, I thought, oh no, Paul's being replaced to Player 2 because some guy called Max Cooper had become head editor of Player 2 and former PlayStation host. I thought, oh, that's new to me.
Well, yeah, Max has been kicked out as a PlayStation host and then suddenly become editor at Player 2.
There's been an unexpected trade. Paul's gone to the pop culturists and Max Cooper's come to Player 2. I thought, oh, okay, that's that news I don't know about or... not to be told yet, but no, it wasn't. It was just a sudden replacement.
Yeah, I guess for context, everyone, we've had some little health concerns here at home, so I've kind of had to. I mean, it's why, and I've already spoken about this to a degree. It's been on the Dev Diary podcast feed when the show was gone for a few months. We've been contending with a few health things in the household, so it's kind of meant that at different points I've had to just skip out on stuff or whatever. And this past week just happened to kind of be a difficult week in that regard, and so I wasn't able to kind of prepare and do all the things that I kind of needed to do to make sure I was actually going to be a proper good contributor to the panel. And so realized it was better to step away early to give Max some time to prepare and step up to the plate, and so I did, and worked out okay, because in the end I needed to get out early on the Saturday anyway, so I would not have been able to make the panel, and that would have created even more problems. So
and also,
winner.
Max did a great job. A good job as well. He did a good job.
Good.
He was a worthy replacement.
But also, I'm going to kick his ass next year. You put him on the other side of the thing, I'm just going to dunk on him for the entire time.
Yes. So, what did I do? What did I do at PAX? Well, the usual. Just casually walking around, playing some games, looking at some tech that I really want to buy, but I really shouldn't buy.
Like what? Steam Deck. With all the Steam Deck talk.
No, there was no. Oh yeah, imagine that. That's the biggest drop. Like, hey, by the way, Steam Deck's getting released in November, and you just go, wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, whoa, hold on a second. You come to PAX, and just drop an absolute bombshell on everyone. Show a picture, and this is the best thing, of a picture of the Sydney Harbour Bridge, and show it in Melbourne. That is great work.
Yeah, good one, Valve. But yeah,
it was one job.
It was a good one.
One job.
Well kept secret in the end.
Multi-bridge could have been better. Multi-bridge, MCG, but no, Sydney Harbour, wrong place. It's Australia. Same. Come on. But yes, I just thought wasn't really listed. So someone said, "Oh, Steam Deck's coming out in November." I thought, cool. Got there. What was there? Shitload of Steam Decks, just. And then there's other places that are, hey, you want to sign up and win a free Steam Deck? Or like, no, thank you.
Footy Bash, be the best contestant for the day, and you'll get a Steam Deck. They were doing all sorts. There was all sorts. But yeah, it was a very well kept secret, because like I'd heard about that maybe 24 hours before, and you just kind of think something like that, especially because it's not, game announcement, something that's, actually embargoed, and in the same way that most things are. You'd think that kind of leaks out, but it didn't, and they announced it to the show floor, or to everyone, with about 2 minutes before the show floor opened, and then they just let everyone loose in there. It was a pretty good marketing beat, pretty good strategy, pretty well implemented, and yeah, nice job everyone who knew, kind of keeping the secret. But,
quite a large line.
It's pretty exciting now. So
quite a large line, and also reasonably priced, which I was a bit not surprised. You're not sure about handheld devices. You just don't know, being that it is a Steam Deck, and the ridiculous amount of money people have paid to get a Steam Deck overseas, and you just laugh and go, "You fool!" And now look at them.
And now
Couldn't be patient enough to wait, and look at us now.
You can get the 250. Oh, I've brought up the numbers here. You can get the 256 gig LCD for $650, and keep in mind, obviously, you don't have to import.
PS5 Pro. Half the price.
You don't obviously have to get any adapters now. Like, it's obviously going to have the local Australian power ports and all those sort of things. That's a little perk as well. The 512 gig OLED version for $900, and then the 1 terabyte OLED version for another $150. That's $1,050 Aussie. Like, it's considering the conversions and things that we've kind of seen, it's actually, it's pretty good. And it'll start shipping from November. You can, just buy it from, or pre-order it, from Steam. So, good news all around. Steam's your thing, if Steam Deck's your thing, I've certainly considered, like, on the spot, I thought, oh, hang on, do I try and lock one down here? But I'm not going to take that punt right now. But soon enough, like, I've kind of become a bit of a sucker for portable gaming again out of nowhere, and obviously you can remote play as well, which I've become a big fan of thanks to the Portal and the Backbone and all those sorts of things. So this is something I'm going to consider for sure.
Also, no Wi-Fi too. Well, Wi-Fi to download your games, but after that, it's not some shitty Xbox handheld device where you probably need internet to play it. Stupid dickheads. Speaking of Xbox, my question to Xbox: why were you there? I don't understand. I'm slightly confused.
They were there. What?
Xbox Live, Games Pass, all that stuff.
Were they there?
They were there. I know. It was hiding behind a giant fake brick wall in the place called Zap Cat. Yeah, I know. I didn't realize it too until I looked at it and went, oh, it says Game Pass. And then you also got outside where they have Doom the Dark Ages, just, hey, want to take a picture in front of
they had some of those, what do they call them, activations or whatever. Yeah, they had Doom and Diablo was there and those sort of things. But yeah, I didn't realize there was actually a presence.
Oh, trust me. Yeah, I know. You would have missed it because it was just enclosed. I thought, why are you enclosing anything for? It's Game Pass.
Oh, of course they had Bethesda there as well with
Bethesda also outside.
The ESO bar, which was a clever use of space. But yeah.
And yet again, Final Fantasy Online, the biggest line, apart from the merch store, I just don't get it. Isn't it already available to, play online? You don't have to line up. You can just go home and just sit on your couch and play it for the second year in a row.
Do you play it and get, a free month or two? Like, is that it? Like, you queue up and go through the hard yards and you'll save $50 because you get a free couple months or something?
Yes, I'd love to line up for 3 hours to just get $50 off. Don't waste my time. Yeah. Oh, actually, I'm wasting my own time. They're not wasting my time because I'm the fool. If I'm lining up, it's my fault. But the one bit of technology I did get, I was pressing keyboards because I want a keyboard that doesn't click. Oh man, well, it's a bit hard to listen to a keyboard that doesn't click when you're in an incredibly loud environment. It makes it quite difficult. But when you start touching it and pressing it, you go, "Oh, this feels like a good keyboard." Then you see the price, walk away.
So wait, sorry, what sort of keyboard do you have at the moment?
I have a Logitech G. I don't know what number G, whatever it is, but
yeah, that wouldn't mean
it's
much to me
good.
anyway.
But I just want one that has minimal clicking. But however, I haven't found one yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're gonna struggle. A lot of them that you're gonna find at a PAX anyway are very much designed with the gamer in mind, where it's kind of the mechanical keyboard, which makes a lot of noise because of how, like, I guess the response time is as a result. So I think if you're looking for one that's gonna be a bit quiet on the use, you're looking for something that's a bit more mainstream and kind of office use focused, I think.
But I found some that I played it like, oh, this is a good keyboard. And then there was one there that was like $800. I thought it better be a good keyboard for $800. I avoided that one.
That's pretty crazy.
But instead, I got distracted. I was like a mosquito to light. I went to the Power A showcase, yeah, like that. And I asked the guy for a controller, I was like, hey, does that controller play on PC? And he said, yes, this one right here. And he pushed it, and it lit up like a firecracker. I was like, oh, I want that.
Oh, you got
He said,
suckered in
yeah.
by a bit of RGB.
Oh, trust me, when you see this RGB, you'd look at it and go, yeah, I might have purchased that too if someone showed me that.
But
Which
you don't use like an Xbox controller or a DualSense or something to just plug into your PC and go?
Yeah, but I don't like the cords. That's my problem.
Yeah,
I
okay.
find the cords incredibly annoying. Especially like cord say, if it was a Nintendo 64 cord, no problem. You can wrap it up, unravel it, still straight. But today, those USB cords, you wrap them up, unwrap them, they're still bent. You can't straighten it.
Don't they even
Like a
Bluetooth?
slinky.
Don't they Bluetooth?
I don't think I have Bluetooth on my, not Xbox. I don't think Xbox.
Because my
could
Xbox
be
One,
wrong on that.
my Xbox One, I'll just. I'm a bit scared to press it now because I don't know if I'll destroy the show, but it's blinking away. Yeah, it's connected now, and that's
To your
yeah,
PC.
my Xbox didn't light up. That's connected to my PC.
I don't think mine has Bluetooth though. That's the problem.
But that's oh, your PC.
Yeah, my PC doesn't have
Yeah,
Bluetooth.
okay.
If it did, well, I wouldn't have that problem. But I got that. I thought, oh, it's online because everything was online. So just go online, use this code. I thought, oh, $200. But I put in the code, 40% off, 120. Same price as a PS5 controller.
Winner,
And
winner.
lasts 6 times longer than a PS5 controller.
And
No,
there's an obvious perk.
crap. And then also too, yes, I'll get to the games later. Also went to some panels.
Yep.
Went to only 3 this time because I don't think there's many that were exciting me. So, first one was on the Friday. It was called Creator Trivia Slam. So pretty easy. It was in the Wombat Theatre, and they were live on stream. And they were, it was a charity, well, you call it a charity stream. So you could donate money that was going to Black Dog Institute,
Oh, yeah,
and
yep. Who had a big
if
setup there as well. And
yeah, if you sort of donated a certain amount of money, someone creator had to do this, that, whatever. So that was good. But then the next one was Courage and Condiments, and that was one guy. It was brutal for one poor man. So usually you just have a hot take on something, say something like, if it was us, and we said Breath of the Wild is shit. If everyone cheered, you're fine. If everyone booed, then you had to spin a wheel. And it was either like hot gummies, a hot chip, wasabi, I think it was Tabasco sauce,
oh my
and then
God.
some people brought their own brutality in. Some guy said, "Oh, if someone donates $500, I'll mix Guinness and milk together and drink it." And within about 2 minutes, someone donated $500.
Fuck.
Yeah, yeah, and it went well for him. It ended up in a garbage bag.
Yeah, I bet. Ugh.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
No one saw the vomit. Everyone just heard it. It's just like that poor man. That poor man. And then someone said, "Oh, how much for you to drink the rest?" You said 1,000. 2 minutes later, someone donated 1,000.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I think it was another
Why can't
content
some of these
creator.
people
So
share
he
that money
probably
with us? Holy crap.
Yeah, I think it was another content creator. It's just, well, we're not there drinking Guinness and milk together. That's probably why.
Yeah,
And to be honest, I don't want to.
That's bad.
See that look on that guy's face? He looked miserable for the rest of the day, that poor man. I really felt sorry for him. I felt sorry for that poor guy. And then, for my final panel, was the one that you were meant to be on. It wasn't. The console clash, green versus blue.
Who won in the
Ryan
end?
Benson.
Because I've deliberately tried to keep my
Well,
head
okay.
out.
Oh, yes, okay. So I'll start off first. Ryan Benson with his introduction.
Yeah, he sent past me the morning of, and I had a bit of a look, and I'm like, yeah, okay, so we're gonna get off to a ripping
PowerPoint
start.
presentation. Yeah, the PowerPoint presentation, A grade, brilliant.
We were trying to get Shuhei because he's been walking the show floor.
Yeah, sure, Shu.
We were trying to get Shu to come along and represent
There was a
Team
picture
Blue.
of Shu. There was a
because
picture
there
of
was the
Shu,
pictures of Shu. Yeah, the
the
very
handover.
biblical one.
Here's your game, thanks. And I thought I got a giggle out of that because I thought it was quite funny. So it was basically 3 rounds. So one person's debates. I think what was it? Hardware.
Services like Game Pass and stuff.
First game. No, first game exclusives or exclusives.
Oh,
and
good.
10
Someone picked
reason
up my
why.
exclusives.
And 10 reason why the other console shit or something. And to be honest, Xbox lost in a landslide.
Well, because my understanding is...
actually,
wait, are you talking about
Drew.
Pro
I blame
Xbox
Drew.
or... I'm trying to remember.
Blue lost.
Yeah.
So the pretty much, I think the people who have an Xbox podcast. There's one guy on an Xbox podcast who's on the blue team, and then you had two people who have PlayStation podcasts. They lost because they were trying to represent Xbox.
Trying to represent Xbox.
Xbox, and the guy that represents Xbox was representing PlayStation.
Which was the point. Yeah, we were kind of meant to be kind of making the argument for the
and
opposite
you could
team.
really, yeah, I know, and you could really see him hurting talking about like PlayStation's exclusives. Like, this really hurts, but it's true, and you can just see it in his face, the poor guy. But overall, it was quite enjoyable and entertaining. The only reason PlayStation won because of a man called Drew, because he yelled the loudest. It was going on by participation, like who yelled the loudest, and it was all Drew.
And I assume it wasn't our mate Drew Agnew from the House of Mario.
Yeah, it was. I saw
it
Joe go, yeah,
yes!
It was Drew. I looked at that guy, I was like, yeah, that's Drew. He's there,
even better.
I mean, you can confirm with Betson on that. I'm pretty sure it was Drew from House of Mario. I'm very confident on that. If it wasn't for him, and then someone asked if Nintendo was in the debate, would it already win? They had two questions.
No.
No. But I think even if we had a debate, it'd basically be red versus green versus blue. I think the red team would just be off on their own, mind their own business, not giving a shit. While the other two just debate and just while their team was just playing Pokemon and not giving a shit like they always do. Pretty standard.
Yeah. So what do you see games-wise?
Games-wise, I tried to...
Actually, hang on. Actually, no, come to think of it, sorry. I might quickly wrap up my things that kind of fit all that other stuff, and then we can just kind of jump into games for the rest of it. I don't have anything to speak about when it comes to panels. Didn't go check out any this year. Came in for a few interviews and the like, so people can expect to see Dev Diaries, a follow-up with Abu Bakar Salim from Surgeon Studios, also House of the Dragon Season 2. We only chatted back in May, and he's already back on the show because he was in town. So it was good to get to chat to him, meet him face-to-face this time. It was pretty cool when I wandered into the media room. He's like, "Oh fuck, Paul!" I'm like, holy shit, that's cool. This guy's on TV. Like, he remembers me from only a couple months ago.
Must have been the most exciting person he's had in the last 6 months. It's like that guy.
That guy.
Probably had some shit.
Definitely not. So he just probably saw his list and was like, "Oh yeah, that's what I remember." Rich Lambert from Cinemax. So, Elder Scrolls Online, the most recurring guest on the show now, came on in 2019, was on a show again last year, and then came on again again this year. So we're probably, as much as I love Rich, probably reached out for a little while. We probably need to give him some time to actually notch up some new credits and do something new and different, and we'll chat again in a couple of years. But he's always a great guest, good time there. And why am I going blank on my third? Who was my third? Allard from what's their name? What's the Jackbox? Allard Laban, who's from Jackbox. Does Jackbox Party Pack and all those. He was a great guest as well. We chatted out in front of Boat Builder's yard, helicopters flying over the top, people obnoxiously walking over, and just having loud conversations. Good time for everyone. So apologies everyone when you listen to that episode. It might be a little bit rough when you're listening back to it, but I'll make it work in the edit, and we made it work on the spot. So yeah, there's a few dev diaries there. I certainly chatted to a lot of indies on the floor about coming on the show and other bits and pieces, and we'll tee that up in the future. But in terms of, I guess, anything else really, like I said, didn't go to any other panels. I too got suckered in with a big purchase though over the weekend, which is not like me at all. But this chair, which you're not going to see because there's the Starfield jacket over it, but it's pretty well falling apart.
Yes, and I mentioned one of those secret labs.
No, I didn't go Secret Labs because I don't have that sort of money. But I was chatting to Matt Houston. Yeah, I was talking about chairs. He's like, "Oh, you don't want to go Secret Labs. Like, they're great chairs, but they're like $1,000 and blah 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 blah." He's like, "Go check out the Cooler Master stuff."
Oh yes,
So
yes.
I wandered over to theirs, and he was talking about how he'd found one that he liked for about 450. Now he couldn't end up getting it on this. He was there on the Sunday going to sort it out for himself. They didn't have anything in stock. They couldn't because it was through Centacom. They couldn't deliver to him, so then he just wandered over to EB, price matched, and and is going to get it then delivered to his place in Canberra.
Wow.
But so very well played, Matt Houston. For me, like I got mine. It ended up being it was like 350 down to 260 with the PAX discount, and it's a really really good chair. So sat in it for a good 5 to 10 minutes, just kind of trying to get in any sort of angle or position that I might potentially sit in. Like felt really comfortable, good on the back. I'm like, all right, that's it, deal done. So this piece of shit which is just a stock standard desk chair, needs to just
chair.
Yeah, it's very much an office chair. Needs to hang in for I don't know, maybe a week, until they get stock at Sunshine. At which point I go and pick it up and happy days. So that was my one and only purchase other than beer and food.
Was there also the Cool Master? I looked at that dual screen curve, the big wide curve monitor.
Yep.
Oh man, it looked good. That was sort of the price.
Just
walked away. It was like,
wish I had money.
Also, LG. Why do you need a self-leveling projector for? You got to put it on a boat or something. I don't
Matt
get
mentioned
it.
that one. He was talking about that self-level because Matt did all the tours through the tech companies. They did all the proper show floor tours, and he went and checked out that one. He spoke about that, but he also spoke about the TV, I think it was a TV that
self-rotates,
curves, and then
he told me that too.
I'm like, holy shit, that's next level unnecessary sort of stuff. But anyway, good on him.
Just
good
like
on
a
those who can afford it.
projector.
He's like, oh yeah, it's gonna be really like this is Matt, but I assume he's not parroting stuff from PR. There's probably there'll be his own thoughts, but he's like, oh yeah, it's gonna be really great for the person who's in like a single apartment and like those small apartments. Like, mate, if they're in apartments because they can't afford a big place. They can't afford the TV then. Well, yeah, sorry.
The TV would be worth more than the apartment.
There is that part as well, but yeah, they're not going to be able to. If they can only live in an apartment like that, then they can't afford the TV. And if you are someone who's in a tiny little apartment and is planning on getting one of those big TVs, you should have a big, long, hard think about your life choices.
Man, just think about it. It would be good if you go upstairs. It's like a tight corner because then you can just press the curve button and just swing around the corner with ease.
Yeah. So go figure.
Brilliant. That's the only use it's going to have.
Yeah.
Don't know what else.
Great device, but yeah, I don't know who it's for. Let's talk games. What'd you check out?
Well, I got around to playing about 10 games. One I can't remember because they didn't have a card. There's a lot of developers. I saw
there was a lot of that. I just went,
yeah. But there was also some to go to play a game and they're not even there. They just like packed up and went home for the day. Just thought, okay, like, you want me to play a game? Don't put your card there. I'm not gonna pick your card up if it's a game I haven't played. Or if you say, hey, it's on. They
didn't have a wish list,
now,
so you couldn't actually follow up on it. Like there was some weird stuff going on. It was. You could tell the people who got it because they were just there the whole time. They didn't miss a beat. They were exhausted, but they were putting in the hard yards.
Yes, there were many indie games. Unfortunately, couldn't get to most of them because people were playing them, which is good, fantastic. That's what you like to see. I think ever since we've come back from COVID, the big winner out of PAX, I reckon, has been indie games. Indies. By a long shot.
Well, the AAA presence is like non-existent. You mentioned Final Fantasy 14 before, that was there, but of course you can already get that. There was only
Games Pass, even though Games Pass was there, even though you didn't even realise, and probably everyone else.
Most people
Ubisoft was there, but unfortunately they were there for a good reason. Probably to show off an Assassin's Creed game. Unfortunately,
which didn't work out for them in the
got delayed.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, Assassin's Creed was kind of meant to be one of the big attractions. It's the brand new upcoming title that didn't work out for them. The only upcoming releases, like in terms of the AAA space that weren't indie, were Sonic Generations, which is obviously just at the end of the day a remaster, and there's just a couple extra bits added onto it, and 2 Point Museum. That's it
Campus.
for
Oh yeah,
brand new
no,
releases.
Campus. Was it Campus? Or museum?
Museum. Campus is already out. Campus is the
Museum,
most
right.
recent one. Hospital, campus, and now museum.
Ah, right.
Good shit, that one. But anyway,
There you go.
did you check that out, by the way?
No, I did not. I got
Oh
told
mate,
about
so
go
good,
play it. I thought
so good.
there's a line there. I'm not lining up.
That's
I
fair.
mean, the longest time I waited for a line was in the merch, and that was 10 minutes
That's not
because
too
the
bad.
line had died down. Yeah, because it was a Sunday, and everyone just gave up instead of waiting there for 5 hours like some silly people did on a Friday. There's one thing I like doing on a Friday at PAX is lining up at a merch store. I
Rough.
don't understand. Just buy a T-shirt and get out. Just do what I did. Buy a
Keep it simple.
T-shirt. I was in there for a
And the
good.
beanie.
I was in line for 10 minutes, in and out in 45 seconds. That's
No
all I
fucking
needed.
around.
It's like T-shirt, extra large, done. I'm out. Don't need to look at any other stuff. Pointless. I don't need a jacket. I don't need a jumper. Just a T-shirt to remember the event. That's it. And some games.
Yeah. So tell me about the
Back to
games. What'd you
games.
check out?
Right, so 10, one I can't remember because, like I said, no card. It was one from the AIE section.
Oh, okay.
So they didn't have cards. I think they were just
Yeah,
some
they're
students
just
who
student
just
projects,
got
yeah.
students who, by looks, they just got thrown under the bus and gone right, go
Represent.
promote game, represent. But then there was another one I played, AIE. I mean, those people there, oh man, they've got a future. Unfortunately, that future's not great at the moment for gaming.
Yeah, the industry's a bit rough, but
Poor
their games
people.
are good.
But I played Redline, which is the old Wipeout style type game.
Yep.
So the old
I can
race
get around
fast,
that.
like was it Zero Gravity?
F-Zero?
That's the one.
Oh,
That's Zero Gravity. F-Zero as well, yeah. I did say that. I just said Wipeout. His eyes just lit up. He gone, yes. I don't know if that indicated that I'm really old or it's just the game that they inspired. But I played it.
who cares?
It was enjoyable, and I think they were quite surprised because I actually finished at a high position because they was like, oh, everyone finishes seventh. I finished for third. It was just like
Suck
Mario
on
Kart.
that.
All I was doing was drifting. It's like, yeah, I've played a lot of Mario Kart and Wipeout in my days. So I tell them how old I am, and they're like, oh, you're so old. But yes, that is, and that's actually just a bunch of uni kids making that.
There's
I'm
some
impressed.
good stuff going on from the students.
Really
Yeah.
impressed. There's a lot of other cool things there too. So unfortunately, couldn't get to it. Like I said, people playing it, but that's what you want to see. It's brilliant. Then my next one was Super Bok Bok Chicken.
Oh yeah,
Which
yeah.
is
I've played that before.
The
Yeah, it's
South,
fun.
the South Australian developers that was telling me all about. It's basically like I would call Maze Runner sort of thing. Like you gotta collect eggs, this, that, jump, catch a raccoon. Makes no sense because we're in Australia. But hey, we're going to a wider
Don't
audience
question
and
it,
everyone
yeah.
knows what a raccoon is. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with that. I broke the game. I didn't really. I was just playing it, all of a sudden it stopped and we couldn't figure out why. Found out the controller went flat. I thought, damn.
Always the excuse, blaming his tools.
It was actually. We tried to press it back on, it didn't work. And yeah, so I had a lot of fun with that. And when it actually, oh no, wait, there is a demo for it for the first level. So I probably should
Go check it out.
download that and have some fun with that. Also, it's on mobile as well or PC. Take your pick. And I'm not putting it on mobile because I will never get off that screen. I don't want that. But also, I should notice as well, this year, a lot of horde style games I found. A lot of hoarding. Well, that's all the games I got stuck with.
Yeah, I'll have
Probably
to.
a whole.
Yeah. I don't know.
A lot of the games I got stuck with were just horde mode style.
Yeah, okay,
games,
I
which is
didn't.
the
Yeah, I
next
didn't kind
one.
of come across any of those, but that's all right.
Well,
the
I
best
think I
part of
found
PAX.
all of them. Planes of Havoc was a horde style game. You just go around, slash it, see how many people. I think that's the right game. I think there's another game that's exactly the same. No, this is the right one. I got it. It's okay. It's that one. Just pretty much. What's the other one? That vampire game. What's it?
Oh yeah,
I can't-
it was a very very cool looking vampire game, right near the entrance, right?
No. But the style of game. It's that hoarding. Like I can't remember what the game's called. It's already has like vampire.
Vampire
something.
the Masquerade, Redfall.
No, not Redfall.
Just
It's actually got vampire in the
the-
game. Hey, I'll try and find it. It's like a horde and stuff. Hey, come on. Come on,
Maybe
Google.
Vampire the Masquerade, Bloodlines,
Come on. Come on.
Soul
I've got to
Reaver,
show you. No, it's not Soul Reaver. Oh no, come on, Google.
Castlevania.
It's not Castlevania.
I
No, it's
thought
not
that'd
gonna
be a
help
bit
me.
too simple.
I mean, oh damn it. Vampire Survivors, that's the one.
Oh, okay, right.
Something like that. It's just like you just go around, just slashing at
Just
enemies.
wave after wave of
wave after wave, and then they just keep coming and coming, and no matter where you go, there's just enemies everywhere, and that's all you do, and just see how many you can kill within. God knows how long, how many minutes, and then next one. I think all these people are from Japan. I didn't ask them. I forgot. I just walked off. I should have asked them. I didn't. Only because I say Japan, because Soul Devour, which is that standard, for some reason Japanese schoolgirl theme shit, as it's I always find a bit weird. It's just a sort of like 2D platform, slash and hack. I don't know exactly what happens, but
Water Bear. No, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they're here they're based here in Victoria.
oh, are they? Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Just heavily inspired by some of those.
Japanese
games.
style.
Like a lot of 2D slash and hack sort of stuff. It was pretty cool from some stuff that I saw. I can't remember where I saw it, whether it was last year at PAX or maybe it was at the Sage Expo. I can't remember which one now, but
Yeah, so play a little bit of that.
either way,
Quite
you can get demos through Steam. You can also they've got an itch.io page for people to go play a demo there as well. So go for people. And that reminds me, isn't Next Fest now on or about to be on? So there's going to be lots of demos there for people to check out. Probably a bunch of the PAX demos too, I would imagine.
I thought you were going to say South by Southwest. I thought that's
that's
already
a whole other thing as well. So that's
some poor people are going from PAX to that. If you get through that, well done. Just go to bed for a month after that. You deserve it. Because I would just be.
They need to separate these two next year.
I know, South by Southwest, not PAX. PAX was there first. South by Southwest. You got, like we said last year, you got 51 other weeks to choose from. Just don't do Cup weekend, because that's why PAX moved to the early October, because it was chaos. Grand final that weekend, don't do that. Silly idea. Or Easter. Probably don't do that either. That's not wise. So maybe there's about 48, 47 other weeks you can choose from.
Yeah. Go for your life at that point.
Go for your life. Next game, another Horde style game. Blood Reaver.
Yep.
Which is, I think the goal is, like you said, you played Call of Duty Zombies. Like, nope, never played, don't care about it. But it's just all you gotta do is try and do, it's like a Satan style inspired game, like Hexen.
Yep.
So inspired. So you gotta somehow, do 3 rituals to sort of complete whatever you're doing. So you just go through hordes and hordes of just monsters coming at you, gain points, open up like areas so you can get to the ritual thing. Speaking of rituals, there was actually a wedding at PAX.
It was
as
2.
well, which is 2 at the Cult of the Lambs.
At the Cult of the Lamb booth, yeah. Or
I wonder who got sacrificed for that. Anyone?
Julian was up there at one point. Maybe they sacrificed him.
Oh well, someone had to go.
One of the studio heads.
So yeah, played that for a bit. Really enjoyable. I will also download that too. Then, we get to the good stuff almost. My last one is Over Hours, which is yet again another Horde style game, but this time you sort of set up traps to slow down your enemies. So the more you progress, the more weapons or traps you can set.
Yep.
And same thing. So like, kill an enemy, get points, money, whatever you want to do, and just try and make a absolute batshit crazy trap, just to try and kill off all those scumbags. So that was good. Now we're getting on to the first two I aim to go for when I got there. It's like, right, there's 2 games I want to play. Anything after that is bonus. So the first one is what I call God of Wombats.
Yes.
Also,
I
broke
my
that
game of the
too.
show.
I broke that game too by accident.
You broke it? Oh.
I didn't break it. It was just a glitch because there's sort of an area, the new area they've created.
Yeah. I
was playing it. I got slightly confused, and the guy's just gone, "Yeah, you got to get that head up there." I went, "What head?" He's goes, "Up there." So I turned around, put the camera. It's meant to be. Oh wait, it's not there. And he's looking at it going, oh, that's interesting. That's first. He's like getting all of the devs.
Was that
Like,
Tyson?
hey guys.
Big tall guy beard, or
No,
was
it
it
wasn't Tyson. It was another
Yasin,
guy.
shorter guy?
That wasn't Short Guy. It was another
Oh,
guy.
oh, it might have just been one of the other. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, I know the two you're talking about. It wasn't any of them. But yeah, overall, brilliant.
Yeah,
I don't know if
shaping
they've
up super well.
introduced. I don't know if they've introduced digging into it, but I like it.
They have, yeah, the digging's there because you have to at one point. To
Yeah, you do.
like,
You have to
pass
get
under stuff, yeah.
under a gate. But when I pressed the button by accident, it went underneath. I thought, I like this a lot. This is brilliant. So yeah, they're saying 2025. They're hoping for a release, and when it does, take my money. I do not care. I want it. And
so good.
Then my
And actually, just to piggyback on that one, so that was one of the like for me, as I mentioned, that was kind of the game of the show, and I'll echo all the stuff you were talking about. But I was chatting to Yasin at one point, and who like one of the things they've been having is that, like, you know, it's the normal indie thing. You got to go around and find trying to work with publishers and that sort of thing, and it can be really hard for an indie, especially in the current climate or whatever. And I was like, mate, you've got God of War inspiration, you've got visuals that fit with like an indie that PlayStation likes. Shuhei's around here, go find him. I make these comments, I turn around and there's Shu standing right there. Grab Yasin and just like pushed him into Shu, like, fucking talk to the guy. And thankfully they got into a bit of a chat. So hopefully the game sticks in Shu's mind. And well, if that's the case, Tyson, Yasin, I'm looking for a finder's fee, all right? When you guys get that PlayStation Plus bag, I'm here, ready and waiting. Back over to you.
Yeah. Right, so
I just need to make that declaration very, very clear. Guys, I want my money.
You want money now.
Where's my money?
I've got a chair to buy and a PlayStation 5 Pro to purchase. Now my final game. That'll almost get you there. My final game, as we talked about before, there was a Steam Deck on
offer.
Reprise on offer. Unfortunately, you had to have a partner with you, so you had to have a team. So
I was missing.
Unless you want to cut that Steam Deck in half, you're not going to be making friends afterwards. That is Footy Bash.
So good.
And I think I was one of the very few that had played it last year. I was going to play it this year, so I sort of had an idea. He's like, I'll play it last year. He's like, oh, brilliant, we got some controls there. And he's going through all the buttons, like that's kick, that's punch, that's dash.
Well, they had to map a few things together, like
switch.
Mark and kick are the same thing when you're using the arcade.
Yeah. So I started playing, and he started laughing at me. I think he was laughing at me because all I did the entire time, there's four buttons, right? I used one, and that was I was just straight up going around punching people in the face. I had absolutely no care about kicking the ball. It's just there's just blood going everywhere. There's people falling to the ground. Don't know where the ball was. I didn't really care about that. I was just like, oh, there's a person with the ball. Punch him. That's all I had to do.
Yeah, get him.
Dash and punch. That's the goal. Also, like, too, we had to put a disclaimer in there. Like, you're playing with non-generic football players from a non-generic league, and please choose your non-generic jerseys, please. I just laughed at that because I know you don't want to get in trouble for it, even though
the AFL coming up.
There is a non-generic Bailey Smith on the card, but we won't talk about that because that's unnecessary.
Future Cat, Bailey Smith.
Future Cat. But yeah, overall, Footy Bash, I had a lot of fun with it. It was only 4 minutes, but it was 4 minutes of fun, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, it's going to be a blast. And I mean, look, you could have partnered up with kind of randoms anyway, and that's actually how people got their Steam Deck on the first day. Like, the people who entered the competition were two people that just kind of got pushed together, but then they ultimately had to settle it at the end, and one person got a $100 gift card and the other person got a Steam Deck.
Oh, that's stiff.
That's rough.
Really stiff.
Because they had to fight it out in a one-on-one afterwards. I have been playing the game at home for months now, so it wasn't... Well, I think Barra was pretty keen for me to jump in and have a bit of fun with it. I didn't feel good about jumping in and knowing the mechanics perfectly. And I mean, I should have, because Steam Deck. But
because you would have Steam Deck.
Yeah. But anyway. So yeah, I mean, you've mentioned kind of two of mine there being Footy Bash and Primordial's Legends Hollow Hero. I mentioned 2 Point Museum before. That game is coming up super, super well. It's got all the same humor from campus and hospital. They're adding some cool mechanics on top of it. Played mouse and keyboard. I even made it work with a mouse and keyboard. Matt Houston was waiting for some Doom style shit.
Wow.
Well, look, I was slow.
Wow.
Like I'm not flicking my mouse everywhere like a pro with a mouse and keyboard. But also you don't need to with a game like that. So.
And I tried to play Cyberpunk on a keyboard at PAX. I didn't know any of the buttons, so I was pressing every button. Like, what's this one do? I'm trying to find my features so I can zap people, and I didn't know, so I gave up.
Work.
I couldn't figure it out.
I've still got to play Cyberpunk one day. Isopod, so Webbed, which came out a couple of years ago. It's kind of a 2D little game about a spider, which was brilliant. This is like their 2D, like Super Mario 2D jumping to 3D, their Super Mario 64 kind of moment. Big 3D platformer, some cool mechanics. They're developing it so much faster than I would have expected. Any sequel I thought would have still been a couple of years away for them, but they're well on their way. It's a game about a spider again, so they're conveniently calling it a spin-off. Very well done. Spiders spinning webs Classic. And all that. But yeah, it feels like
will it be available on the web? Come on, if they didn't do that,
it's got to be. This does feel like that Mario 2D to 3D sort of transition that they're going for. It's not going to be at that scale. It's not going to be like go chase 120 stars sort of thing. But like it's going to be a great time, I think. So definitely one to look out for. It's going to come out next year. Frog Rain. It was kind of a Metroidvania of sorts with a frog.
One. Yeah.
The tongue controls, because it kind of like the frog will use its tongue to like grab onto stuff and then drag it around or whatever. That still feels a bit imprecise. Like there's a bit of work to do there. But there's a lot of promise with it. So I'm pretty keen to check it out. And Ascending Inferno, which was one of the indie showcase winners. It's kind of like Australia, but then the 7. What am I looking for? When you die, but you pass through the 7 stages of whatever the
Reef,
like Dante's Inferno and all those sorts of things.
I can't
you're talking about the stages of grief, not the
Oh, they're right.
The 7 circles, whatever. Yeah, 7
of
circles
life.
or something on the way. Anyway,
7 circles of doom.
Greed and like Dante's Inferno.
Oh, 7 deadly sins. Is that what you're trying to figure out?
Is it? I don't know. Hang on. Give me 1 sec.
What? Greed, lust, envy, and the rest. Surely that's it. No?
Where the fuck is it?
Yes. Greed, lust. He's not coming back. He's leaving us behind. Oh, here he comes. What's he done?
It doesn't even like mention on the back of the box. Sorry, I'm just looking at the old Dante's Inferno for the PS3.
Oh. Not the seven deadly sins?
Nah, 7 something though. 7 circles of... There's just 7 circles of hell. They're the things you face through.
Oh, hell.
Because you're because it's kind of Australian set, everything's upside down. So where you would start with it's completely flipped, and they're doing some kind of cool little gimmicky things around that.
Reverse
it's also a
food
really good game. Yeah. So there's some great stuff about the game. I'm really looking forward to playing it anyway. And they announced like the morning of that PAX kicked off that the game is coming out in 2.5 weeks. So I'm keen to check it out. Good luck to them. It's a pretty good little marketing piece. Like, hey, yeah, we just announced this. It looks pretty good, right? Yeah, well, you can play it in 2 weeks. So, pretty cool. But otherwise, like that was it. I didn't end up playing a huge number of things. Like I said, my weekend was a bit more interrupted than what it has been in the past. But yeah,
I just remembered I did play another game, but I can't remember what it was called. It was on the play side showcase area. I can't remember.
Kill Knight.
Kill Knight. That's the one.
Kill Knight. Yeah, which is out now as well.
There's another horde-based game.
That's just a twin-stick shooter, like a bit like
pretty much.
A bit like some of the. Oh my god, what is their name? They put out Returnal. A bit like the Housemarque games, the twin-stick shooters from Housemarque.
Oh yes.
In a lot of ways, it's shaping up really well. Well, it's out, but yeah, it's shaping up really well. Keen to check it out. Well, any other PAX thoughts at all?
No, I think I haven't don't have a single complaint about this year. I mean, even the Sunday, I will be surprised. It was quite busy for a Sunday. probably the busiest I've ever. Out of the 7 PAX I've been to, that's probably the busiest it's ever been.
Yeah, it felt
Nothing wrong with that.
yeah, the Sunday was pretty packed. On Sunday, I got shat on the head by a bird. So I think I'm in for good luck for the rest of the year. Went down to Boat Builders, got a beer with Matt and Doug and a whole bunch of the Cult of the Lamb guys between weddings. And a bird shat on my head. So I think I'm good to go with anything now for the rest of the year. It's gonna be great.
Maybe you get 2 chairs.
Distressing moment, but yeah. Anyway, the clerical error in your favour. Collect 2 chairs. So we'll see how that works out anyway. But yeah, great PAX. It's good to catch up with everyone except yourself in the end. Didn't see you anywhere. But we'll organise that next year. Co-op. Thanks to everyone who rocked up for co-op. Another good year for it. And yeah, just looking forward to going around again with PAX in 2025. It's going to be a pretty cool time because I'd imagine we have the Switch 2 or it's close or there's a whole bunch of stuff going on.
Hopefully some first party games release in November somewhere. By the end of the month would be great. But hey, I can't complain.
I think that's the only thing we're missing at this point is kind of the AAA first party presence. But there's a whole bunch of other factors involved in that we can't talk about on camera. So we'll leave that one alone for now. Well, Matto, thanks again for another episode. Just shame I didn't catch up with you at all, but sounds like good to hear you had a good PAX.
I did, as always.
All right,
as always.
Let's wrap things up.
I never thought how comfy a chair would be after massive amounts of walking.
Yeah.
You just sit down and go, oh, that's good.
That's it. Oh, holy shit! Yeah, no, the legs were feeling it. Well, if you enjoyed this episode of Patch, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. All the buttons are down below. Hit the notification bell. That way you're alerted to every new video the moment it goes live. Visit the website, player2.net.au for reviews, previews, opinion pieces, news, features, links to the podcast series Patch, to the Player 2 Pixelcast, and Dev Diary. We're on Patreon, patreon.com/player2au. Check that one out. Lower tiers, early access. Higher tiers, multi-episode exclusives. And finally, there's Twitter. Matto.
Matto_Phil.
Paul James Games for myself. The website is player2au. And until next time, hope you, if you attended PAX, had a great time. And if you didn't, hope to see you there next year. Have a great week, and we'll see you later.
What?
I was about, because the sign off. Did you see the Helldivers walking around?
I did. I didn't do it. I was shattered.
They were so good. Like, their costumes were so good. And yeah, I absolutely I gave it to them as we went past, and they did it back, and I was
full stoked. Character. That's commitment. I saw them. I thought that's cool, and then they just walked off. I was like, shit, I didn't get to do it. I didn't say for Super Earth. There is always next year because
they'll be back. Helldivers will be back. All right, thanks all for watching, and we'll see you later.